Oh my goodness, you guys. I just got off work. It is the Friday before 4th of July, and I have a 3-day weekend. Yeah! I got my contract yesterday. I'm gonna adjust this because I have no way to secure it. Okay, that's better. The tripod that I have, I don't have anywhere to really attach it, so if I stop suddenly or go quickly, it'll just fall on me. So I have you secure now. You're good to go. Anyway, just leaving work. I am going to stop at my church on the way home and drop off some of these boxes. So I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, I run a community outreach from my church where we provide kids clothing and shoes and, blankets and I want to say accessories, but equipment, that's the word. We've got equipment and shoes and socks, and sometimes we get diapers and cribs, and so I run it out of the church. It's 100% free. It's all donation based, so it's like Goodwill, but for free. So people bring stuff, they donate it, we go through it, make sure it doesn't have any stains or tears or that it's gross, and then we put it out on tables for people to go through that have been, organized by size. So we've got a size for 0 to 3 months girls, one for boys, size 3 to 6 months. There's separate tables for each size. So anyway, we have so many donations right now. It's been going on for 6 years. I've been leading it for maybe 2 years. Recently, my co-leader moved to Arizona, left me. So I've been leading on my own for the last couple of months, and we have so many donations that we've started putting the off-season stuff away, off the tables, because there's not enough space. We have so much stuff. So it's so loud outside. I don't know how much you can hear. So anyway, we are currently putting the winter stuff away because it's 76 degrees outside. It's hot. For Oregon, it's hot. So we're putting all the winter stuff away, and all the winter stuff currently are in paper bags and plastic bags, and there's a few totes that they're in, but we don't have enough totes for each size to have a designated tote. So I asked the supply guy at my work if I can have boxes, and so that's what all those are. They're boxes for me to put the winter stuff in, and that way we won't have all the winter stuff in paper bags that can rip or plastic bags that are just too small, really, because we have so much stuff. A paper bag is not enough, So taking the boxes to my church, and I finally got contract from the agency, and the person that sent it to me is make sure you read this. It's different than your last one, obviously. I didn't expect them to be exactly the same. So I'm gonna have to read that this weekend and make sure I agree with everything that's in it before I sign it and send it back to, I think I have to talk to the lawyer first. We have to go over it and make sure I understand everything and all that fun jazz. So that is going to be fun. Seriously, contracts are so dry. It's dry reading. It's like Arizona desert dry. It is not exciting at all. It's I can't give you any specific details as to what's in them, But I can tell you that as a general statement, most contracts will say, if not all, they will say something along the lines of like, the baby is not yours, the baby belongs to the intended parents, they're supposed to name it, they like, I have no claim to this baby, all the things. So it breaks down like the payment schedule, like you'll receive this every month, and on this week you'll get this, and if this happens then you'll get that, and you know, all the various ins and outs of the compensation that I'm supposed to be getting. What else? Oh, it's got stuff like you'll saying that I will follow doctor's instructions. Like if they say you have to be on bed rest, then I'll be on bed rest. Or like you can't have sex, and you know, that kind of stuff. So so I mean, there's, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. There's stuff in there about the intended parents, and you know, if they happen to be in a, God forbid, horrific car accident or something and they both die, it has names and phone numbers of their what is the word? I haven't even read it, so I don't even know what the term is. But if something happens to them, then the baby will go to a specific person or set of people. I'm not keeping it. It's not mine. So they have to have someone who will take responsibility for the baby if something happens to them while I'm still pregnant. So there's that. There's like, I'll get a life insurance policy. There's verbiage for if they get divorced, what will happen. Usually it's something along the lines of you follow a court order or something like that. I'm not concerned about it. They seem very happy and have been together for numerous years, so I'm not even worried about that. But it's in the contract because things happen. Can't plan for everything, but you try to do your best to prepare for most situations when you're doing this kind of thing. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's stuff in there about the hospital, what will happen after the delivery. There's, in case something weird happens, it's in the contract, and no one will be hurt or taken advantage of, or you know, whatever. So gotta read that this weekend. And they also sent me something about the escrow trust, whatever companies. Last time she told me last time, like, you had this specific one. I'll tell them like, hey, I had this one last time and it worked out. I didn't have any problems. So if they want to pick a different one, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me as long as obviously I get paid. So, which is not why I'm doing this clearly, but if you're promised something, then that should be delivered if you are holding up your end of that promise. So 100% not why I'm doing this, but you know, I do look forward to the compensation that I'll be getting. I have plans to pay off school loans. I've got, you know, I got to get braces for my son. Like, this money, I don't want to count chickens before they hatch, but I have plans for these chickens. So, no, I thoroughly enjoyed being a surrogate the last 2 times that I did it. And honestly, the second time that I was a surrogate, I didn't even get paid at all. The only thing that the intended parents paid me was as reimbursement for my health insurance and for doctor's bills. That's it. I took home no money whatsoever. So that's not why I do this. Don't go like reading between the lines and thinking, oh, well, she only does it for the money. Like, no, that's not it at all. I have pictures of my first intended parents when, like, seconds after the baby was born, and it's I mean, she would probably disagree, but I think it's a very beautiful picture, even though they are both like ugly crying. I think it's a gorgeous picture of them, and it just shows you behind the scenes, like how long they've waited for this baby and tried to have this baby. They are just overwhelmed with emotions that it is just leaking out of their faces. That's why I do it. For that, like, that feeling of giving somebody else a baby. It's just, you know, the most amazing thing that you can ever do for somebody. So, anyway, I am going to finish driving home, and I will see you guys later. Bye. The weather is super nice, so I decided to take a walk. Sorry if the video is so shaky, but
let me be the cameraman.
my son and I decided to walk to Subway to get dinner. A little pre-dinner cardio. What'd you get?
Tuna sandwich.
Tuna. And I got salad with so much dressing. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that much.
But it is on the lid.
What?
It's on the lid.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck to the lid. That's okay. Anyway, we're almost home, but I thought I'd pop in and say, wait for a walk because the weather was nice. Hey.